Hello everybody, this is Momo from TheMomoZone. Hope you're having a great day. Today I'm going to read you a letter by a username which I will withhold his name because it is kind of a private letter directly to me, and I will let him know that this video is regarding this situation. I think it's an important one because I believe a lot of people feel this way. And it's an issue that needs to be addressed. Hi Momo, I've seen a lot of your videos for quite some time, and I've been greatly inspired by your words, and it helps me out quite a few times. From your sharing, I know that you've been through some down times before, and I wonder if you can talk about that, how you managed to get yourself back up. I know that you've mentioned a bit of it in some of your videos, but I wonder if you can get a little deeper into that. I'm thinking that I'm just depressed or something. I've got some work that I'm supposed to be doing, but can't bring myself to do it. I lie in my bed most of the time, but I can't sleep, and I keep thinking that I should cut myself, but that would just be stupid. I wanted to cry, but find no reason why I should. I hate this feeling. I keep on having this fleeting flash of images. I should jump from my balcony, but then it's not something I could turn back afterward. I probably regret it when I reach the 6th floor, and I don't like regrets. I'm not a negative person. In fact, I'm very much positive. I've read motivational books and watched inspiring videos like yours. I should know the solution to me being emo, but I've got so much data in my head that I'm not sure what to do. I'm not young either, and having myself in this rut makes me feel like an idiot. Age should make people wiser, right? Please share the secret of the magic pill that you use to change from negativity to being positive. All the love in the world. Very nice letter. All right. Whew. I've always been positive, and I've always believed that things could happen. And even from a very young age, I was very out there in believing that I could practically build a spaceship and fly it right out of my backyard and go to the moon, and I would go out there, and if I needed a screw and my father didn't have it in his workshop, well, if it was in the TV or if it was holding up the house, I would go in there and I would unscrew that screw and I would use that. I used to make my parents absolutely crazy. My father used to say that if I needed the face of the Queen and it was on a $100 bill, that I wouldn't hesitate to cut that thing out for 1 second. And, he was right. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of these ridiculous things I would do. I remember I got on this trip where I wanted to become a drummer, and I was really young, and I went down to my father's wood shop, and I took all my mother's brooms and my father's rakes and stuff, and I said, wow, we got a round piece of wood here. It's a little big. I can carve this into a drumstick. So I started sawing off the handles off of the brooms and the rakes, and I'm in the wood shop and I'm making these drumsticks. The way they found out I did this is I started drumming on all the walls, right? And all the paint and all the gyprock had little marks and indentations all over the house and shit, and they freaked on me. There has been some times in my life where things did get very, very dark. And the way that I have found to pull myself out of this is that you have to find the goal. A lot of people, okay, what happens is when they're counting on other people, the situation gets pretty dark, because then you feel really alone. Because see, then you feel kind of like an idiot, because you say, shit, this guy's not in my life, or she's not in my life. I'll never be able to do this by myself. And then the whole seems even darker. This is why I like to push self-reliance. I'm not saying that you can't work with people, but what I am saying is that you need to be able to get work done, even if it is a simulation of what it is you're trying to get done, so that you can at least be in control of your own ideas and feel like whatever it is you're trying to accomplish is moving forward, And look, like, I don't always feel like doing things. I know what it's like. You're sitting there, you know. Well, actually, I shouldn't say what it's like, because I've never really just sat there in a bed. Like, I have never been bored in my entire life, right? I always search for something to do because I don't like to have loose time. You know, and the older you get, the more this time changes and your connections and your experience, and it lets you do different kinds of things. So when you're growing up, or when you're at a certain age and you're trying to figure out what it is you want to do, it could get a little confusing. And yeah, you could feel like cutting yourself and ending it all. But ending it all usually means that you are at the mercy of someone else but yourself. That like situations could vary, you know? I mean, if you're coming from a household that is like so negative and everybody's fighting and beating each other up, and you know, I can see that it's pretty hard to be positive in there, but if you wanted to, then you could. It's like surviving in Vietnam. You know, like, with all due respect to everybody that is going through hard times out there, there are people who do get out, and notice that the people who do get out, there's always luck involved in things, but I gotta tell you that these people, you gotta want it. You gotta want it bad enough, and wanting it bad enough doesn't mean that everybody has to be a champion at what they do. What it means is that you have to make small actions every day towards what it is that you're trying to accomplish. It is important to always start at the beginning. And when you're at the mercy of people for, like, say, technical reasons or personal reasons, or because they're your friends and you started something together, and then, you know, you're trying to keep it politically correct or like whatever. At one point, there comes a time where you have to say, if you feel suicidal, if you feel that you can't talk to people, and you're having visions of yourself flying off a building and then possibly regretting it at the 6th floor. And that's great, because when you wrote that, I like that there's humor in that. You know, the way you went around that was a beautiful little sub-analogy to jumping and then regretting it, you know. And that proves that you still have some, you know, you still have some fun in you. So, like, what you really got to do is figure out what it is you really want. I keep saying this. I keep telling people that all you have to do, don't even worry if you don't know what it is that you want yet, but start by creating actions that make you feel good about you doing something, that breaks the pattern of what you've been doing that doesn't make you feel good. That is a pretty easy thing to do. And guess what? You know how you do it when you don't feel like doing it? You just do it. I know it's hard to understand. Like, for instance, I'm doing this video right now. Listen, I am burnt out like toast. Just getting over this terrible cold. Creela is totally sick, and I feel like shit. And I will be very honest with you, the last thing I feel like doing right now is a video and then having to edit this. But I'm doing this right now. I could have made the video tomorrow because I felt I might feel better and feel more talkative. But according to this letter, and you want to know how I go to bring myself up and what's the secret of that pill that gives you that get up and go energy, there's no secret pill. You know what the pill is? The pill is you doing something when you don't even feel like doing it. That's why I'm doing this video right now, because to show you that you just get up and you do it. It's going to take X amount of time. It's done. It's finished. It's over. It's done. It's archived. My message gets to you. You get back to me. People get to hear it and see it. It affects people or it doesn't. And that is the magic. That is the magic. The magic is just do it. Just action. I said it in another video. The one thing that is 100% in this life to work, guaranteed all the time, is action and reaction. You do something and something will happen. And the problem is when people think that, you know, they're so down and then they want to change. Well, this has got to be a timely process. Let me give you a little example here. Let's say if you have to go to the gym, you say, oh, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to get in shape. And da, da, da. Now, you know that going to the gym means that you got to get dressed, put a bag together, get in your car or get on the bus, go to a gym, do your workout, then shower, clean, do the whole thing. And that's a process. I can understand how, depending on what your life is like, how you can actually say you want to do it and you don't go. Okay, so if it's a time issue because you got to run, pick up the kids, or you have to finish something and it's not working out, I can actually understand that. But what do? You just say, well, it's not working, and then you go once in a blue moon? Or what do? You sit at home and while you're watching TV, do push-ups, do sit-ups, multitask, right? This is what makes the difference. This is where you start. Where you start is by doing little things that you want to do that no one told you to do but yourself. So you just do it. You're walking down the street, you suck in your stomach, you hold it there all the time while you're working, you do your stuff, you suck in your butt, you hold it there, whenever you can remember, you know, all these things, like, it's called multitasking. For people who have no time and who are writing down, and well, look, if you're going to sit there and you're going to be depressed lying on the couch, well, at least squeeze in your butt and suck in your gut and hold it there for the whole time you're depressed. If you've been depressed all week, by the end of the week, you're going to have a set of abs. You know, you're going to see something, you're going to see a difference. So no matter what, you have to do this. Seek the information. If you're alone, you're by yourself, you have nobody, guess who's your friend? The internet. The internet is your friend. You contacted me, that means you have the internet. That means you need to seek information, tools, things that you want to be, and figure out how you do it. And these days, you can do almost anything on a computer. So you could put your vision together on a computer and feel like you're in control of yourself and not at the mercy of others. When you find the right team of people, then you could say you're not at the mercy of others. That's when you have a real team. That's when you have people that are really, really on the same page, that you can actually trust 100% and leave them the key to your house. You said that you know, you're getting older and it's making you feel like an idiot because age should bring wisdom and you should know how to pull yourself out of that. That's not really the case, because I can understand when you hit a certain age and you look at younger people out there doing things that say you can't do, and you get a complex, and that is part of one of the reasons you get held back, possibly. I don't know how old you are, but I assure you, I went through that phase, and I'm out of that phase. I do not care. As a matter of fact, the older I get, the happier I get, you know, and it's, we can't hang on to moments that pass us as stuff that we've lost. We have to look at the moments that pass us as experiences that we have gone through in order to turn us into what we are and what we are to become, right? So because we have the choice of where we want to go, and we have no more choice in what has already passed, and we have to use that past in order to mold our future. You have to use your age to your advantage. When you start like kind of calming down and emptying your brain out, I think that the age part will come back in a form of wisdom and will guide you and tell you what it is you really got to do. I think it's really important to start at the beginning. People always tend to think, oh shit, I'm in the worst place in my life, I wish I could do this, and they just see the end product. They see the end product. They see themselves with the money, the cars, the house, all the fringe benefits, and they forgot about what it actually takes to get there. And I'm not saying that you guys don't want to work for it, but like I said, working for it is not necessarily putting in the time, because there's people who put in a lot of time and nothing gets done. And that's because it's inefficient, you know? And the difference between efficient time and inefficient time is another video and another fine line. I gotta tell you, you would be very surprised how the organization in your brain and allotting certain amounts of time on certain, you know, different tasks that you perform in the same day is harder to do than it sounds. And you got to have the balls to be able to say, I'm going to work on this for 20 minutes. I'm going to stop, and I'm going to go work on that for 25 minutes. I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to work on this one for an hour. I'm going to stop. And by the end of the week, when I've done this and I've put in 2 hours here, 1 hour here, 4 hours here, okay, and I've worked on the weekend, and instead of going out one day to take a beer with Buddy, who I go out already 3 times a week with, I won't. I'll stay home and I'll work on my thing, right? But what's your thing? Build it. Most people, when they don't have their focus of their goal and their dream, and it's not in their hand, and they don't really know what they want, then you can't be happy, and you're going to get thoughts like this. And I know, because I was part of that syndrome. Like, why do you guys think that I just keep working like this and I don't stop? I mean, tell yourself, I mean, I really was not in the mood to do this video. I'm happy that I did, but I'm talking about, I am burnt out to a level where my head is like a pile of mush. I'm telling you, there's nothing else. At one point, you realize that we are just here for a period of time. And once we are gone, what is left behind is our memories and what it is we have done and accomplished. So, if you want a bunch of images of you lying on a bed, or all you people who like to just couch surf and just keep changing the channel, as opposed to changing the channel on your web, trying to figure out something that you'd really want to do and accomplishing stuff. And every week, having something accomplished, whether it's on paper, whether it's in Word, whether it's on a computer in a video format, a piece of art you've made, a painting, a new recipe, it doesn't matter. A thing you whittled, you know what I mean? Something you built electronically, a software because you're a programming geek, anything, get it together, make a move every day before you go to bed, while you're taking your bath, but a period of time for that change. I wish you very, very positive mind change set, because I know you can do this. You can really do this. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch and write, and as well as don't forget, guys, worldwide good news. I want to thank everybody who actually winded up subscribing, quite a few subscribers, and we got some great people putting up some videos. Try to follow the format. Hi, this is da-da-da-da-da for worldwide good news. We want to install a format, give people the discipline to make something short, concise, that gets right to the point, because that is part of the ticket to personal success, is how to keep things squashed, how to give people the right amount of information, and how to share. And like I said before, the most important thing is actually doing something about something. Putting yourself out. That's what the amazing thing is about YouTube, the amazing thing about the web, and the possibility of connecting with people in a way that was never possible before this. Take advantage of this and fill yourself with positivity, in the sense that the more people that are happy for you and that feel good about you and think about you in their day worldwide that you've never even met in person, well, that adds to your personal energy bank. And there's nothing you can do to stop that. I'm telling you that it will increase your personal luck, and it will increase your personal stability in believing that other people believe what you believe in, thus making you more powerful, more confident, and able to move forward with your head high, even when you're feeling down. Hey, you know what? You don't feel good? Smile anyways. You feel like shit? Get up, do something, go for a walk, make yourself do something anyways. I always work and do stuff I don't want to do when I don't feel like doing it. Unless I'm really, really ill, you do it anyways. Believe me. Because when you actually feel better later, you'll be happy you did, because you're going to have all this stuff you didn't have before you did that. So, that's it. You guys have a great day, and peace out.